Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to finish the rest of the frame of the go-kart, and it turned out great. So, let's watch it. Man, it's humid out already. It's a little past noon, it's really humid out, and it really sucks, and I really hate it. But I stopped up at the Homeless Depot and picked up 2 pieces of pipe. Hoping this would be the last 2 pieces I need. I need these 2 pieces to build up the rest of the frame and for the rollover bar. But they actually had 10-foot lengths this time, so I'm happy about that. So the plan this time around, I'm going to build like a giant C that kind of mirror the back half, but just maybe a couple inches wider. And this part of the frame is going to stand up really high because I want it to be high enough to fit my sprocket and break this through. And also I actually want the back to be a little bit wide so it doesn't look like one giant coffin going down the street. After I build my giant C, then I'm going to have 2 pipes come out from, let's say right about here, have it go at a diagonal to meet at the corner of the frame, and I'm going to do a little work up front. I'm going to kick around ideas, but pretty much what's going to happen is the pedals are going right here, and it's a very, very tight space.
Well, this is stupid. There's no room up here.
So what I'm going to have to end up doing is I'm going to have to create some sort of diagonal to try to help space this out a little bit more so you have some room, to move your feet, and so you don't hit up against the steering bar and, all sorts of bad things. So I think I'm going to start, make my giant C right here and get it in place of the frame, and we'll see what it looks like and go from there. Okay, so I can't have a rear cross member back here because of the engine. The engine hangs out a little bit, so I can't really do that. But got my pipe cut at 27 inches. That's from the end to the middle. And did a little thinking around what I was going to do. I want this thing to look. And came up with that. Now I know it looks funny, it looks weird. Whenever I did this first, it looks almost like a pickup truck. Because, but I like how it looks. I wanted the top of that pipe to be just as tall as the tire, so 18-inch tall tire, 9-inch diameter, made the pipes at 9-inch, and that's what I came up with. At some angles it does look kind of funny. It's all boxy and plain, but that's a part of the design. I actually want this thing to look boxy. How the rest of the design, the frame is going to go is, see how I have that kind of dummied up. I actually want this to be wide. That way in the back it folds, kind of bends into that corner of the frame, which is what I was trying to explain in the beginning, but it's better if I show you guys. And pretty much the end plan for this is right this front. That's where it's going to get cut off, and that's where it's going to be eyeballed with the front, and it'll match the rear. And I love how this looks. This is what I actually had in my head for, actually I just thought of this now, so going off of a whim or whatever. Like I said too, I hate cutting and making stuff for pipes to fit in. But I don't have a tube bender. If I had a tube bender or something, I could actually make one whole solid pipe from back here all the way to the front. All bent up, nice and strong, have no welds, they'll be fine. But here in my case, this is what you gotta do. And now I got the joy repeating what I did on this side. Okay, so I mirrored both sides, and I actually like the way it looks like this. Like I said, if I had a tube bender, I'd bend one solid piece out of steel to go from back to front, but I don't have a tube bender, so I gotta do this. But honestly, they're sitting a little, the frame rails on top are sitting a little higher than they should, but that's what I was looking for, that taper right there. That looks good. Yep, that's what I wanted. So I am getting close to the front. I just finished up the rear. I got all tacked up. The front's going to be a little bit of a different story. I want to create a bend from like right at that cross member that comes in and gives you a little more room for your feet for the pedals, so you don't hit the steering shaft and anything. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to figure out what length I want this frame rail to be at, and whatever I do on this side has to be mirrored to that side. So I gotta cut them at equal lengths, and I gotta do all my fancy bends at equal lengths too. So we're gonna see how that goes. Really wish I had a pipe bender right now. I got my measurements figured out. At first I cut the pipe at 43 inches long, then made a little diagonal. Then made another piece with a flat another diagonal, and that pretty much turned out to look like that. So I will tell you guys this now, I really hate doing that and that, and I just wish I had a tube or pipe bender to actually make this one whole solid piece, because that would make it a lot stronger, but I'm just gonna have to brace all of this up to make sure it doesn't break. Anybody does wonder, yeah, it clears. And doing it this way, I can go and cut that ear off that I made, and I'd have a big enough space to actually have my feet here. Room for the master cylinder, room for the steering rack. So anyway, this part is a win, and it looks freaking fantastic. How I did the braces back here is almost how I'm going to do the front. I'm going to see if I can put one right in there and have one go right up in the middle to help support it all. I don't think I could probably see if I can get away with putting a cross member right here, because that is something major I want to do. I want to put a cross member right in here, that way the front end's braced. I can't do anything for the back. I mean, if I could see where my seat goes, then I could put a little cross member back here, but I can't put one back there because of the engine. And I don't really have that much time to do a removable cross member for the rear. Would be nice, but can't exactly do it on my budget. What is the budget? That's a good question.
You've got 17.5% in T-bills amortized over the fiscal year, 8% in stocks and bonds. Carry the 9, divide by the gross national product. Fortunately, funeral bouquets are deductible.
So let me take and mirror this side. That way we can see what this thing looks like, because I really love how this looks. I wanted to look square, because the design I have in mind is based off of something that's rectangular shaped, but I just love that sharp bend, slight bend, tapering up to the back. I just love how that looks. Oh yeah, this here is gonna be the money shot. Well, I guess Crackhead approves. Getting over in all seriousness, got this side done, looks great. Got the motor in, gonna have to make a new header for it. That's obvious. It's don't look right. Move the engine forward, it's gonna hit. We had that cross member there that it was gonna hit, so that was a good thing. I think I don't know if this is gonna be my final seat placement, but I think somewhere in here I may put a cross member. I don't know just yet, but definitely somewhere up front there needs to be one. Just something up there. But like I was saying, I need to make the header, instead of pointing straight down, I needed to come out that way. The seat may be a little bit too high for how I like it, but it looks pretty good. I wanted it high up here, that way you can rest your arms and there's some protection. Also, somewhere back here too, I am going to add a small rollover bar if I have the budget for that, because I think I blew it out the window. Oopsie. It's pretty much because I started late in the day, had to cut grass, weed whack, do some other things. I'm going to leave this video off here. At least we finally got the roll cage done. Well, not roll cage, we got the rest of the frame done. All I pretty much got to do is go around and weld everything solid. I'll make two little things that come off the bottom of the frame to help stabilize it, make it level. Well, not make it level, but make it stronger so it doesn't, you know, bad things. So if you like how the go-kart is turning out, make sure to leave a like, comment down below any questions you have, concerns. If you're worried about Crackhead, don't worry, he's fine. He's just hanging up on the wall, so he's fine. Hopefully next Monday for me, finish up what's going on in the front, mount the pedals, get the steering wheel in place, get the seat mounted, and do something with my header. We should get this thing rolling sometime soon. We're pretty much in the final stretch. And with all that said, please subscribe down below. We are so close to getting this thing done, and I already have another project in line after this thing officially gets on the road and can move under its own power and not kill me. We got another project coming in the shop soon, so stay tuned for that. It's not going to be next episode, but give it a couple episodes, we'll have a new project. And let's just say this is newer than the other project I have, so hopefully you guys are hyped for that.